We're here at the Smart Lighting Conference 2017 in Hamburg, Germany with Brent Protzman, the Director of Building Science for Lutron. Lutron is the Coopersburg, Pennsylvania-based controls company working on controls for lighting and window shading and all sorts. Brent, what brings you here?
I think that, Lutron's here because we believe in the IoT, we believe in smart lighting, we believe in human-centric lighting. Lutron has been around for many years, and we've really done a lot of building integration, whether that be with communication systems, AV systems, residentially
right.
with HVAC systems for years, and we're looking forward to the growth of this market.
So we think of the IoT, the Internet of Things, as something new. It sounds like you've been doing this for a while.
We have, and so with our residential systems and our commercial systems, we've been integrating with BMS systems and other home-based systems for many years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So give me an example of what you do today. Give me an example of how you connect lighting to the Internet and why.
Sure. I mean, one of the things you said before that I thought was really important was that we're a controls company, lighting and shading, and so that means we need to connect the lighting with the shading first, right? So we have an integrated lighting and automated motorized shading system.
Okay.
And with that system then can connect through standard open protocols such as BACnet, such as DALI and other open protocols to other building management systems and other systems in the building.
Okay, and sort of creating the right combination of natural light and artificial light.
Absolutely, you can't control light without controlling the daylight.
And over the Internet though, so you can do this from afar. A building manager can.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about this type of system, right? So if both you can actually automate. So if I do want to change room 316, I can move the shades. But more importantly, I can update the system settings. So if there's going to be an event this evening, I can override the automation that's going to occur. Whoops, I forgot, and I can make that change from a distance.
I hope room 316 is ready for it.
I hope they are too.
So that's what you've been doing and what you're doing today. But you're also getting more and more into some of the more advanced, if you will, forms of IoT lighting. Tell me a bit about that. I think you mentioned human-centric lighting before. What is that, and what are you working on in that regard?
Yeah, so to Lutron, human-centric lighting is really a holistic approach, right? Human-centric. So some people, human-centric lighting focus solely on the color temperature of light or mimicking daylight.
Right.
We think of lighting as human-centric lighting as more than that. It's about personalization. Every one of us really has different preferences. We have different experience at different times of day and different moods. It's about access to daylight and views. Some of the strongest research we have today is actually based on daylighting, and so having connection to the outdoors and having good access to daylight is really important.
Wow.
And then going even further with that, then there is also the side of human-centric color temperature control, time of day based control, and integrating all of those into an IoT environment is really the most powerful story you can tell.
What stage are you at with that? Is this in the lab still, or do you have deployments out there?
No, we definitely have deployments.
Right.
So we have, some of our commercial systems have color tuning in their software standard. There's sliders that you can change the color temperature light to time of day based color temperature changes.
Wow. And are these commercial for commercial environments? So offices, basically.
Offices, but healthcare facilities, education facilities, schools. There's a lot of applications for human-centric lighting.
Right.
I mean, there's humans in every one of these buildings.
So I take it that you sort of abide by the general principle that a nice dose of blue and possibly bright light in the morning and through a certain hour of the day is stimulating, and then maybe it goes more amber and red towards the later hours, or you tell me what sort of patterns does the lighting follow?
Yeah, I mean, the way we do it is that we understand that we are not the experts on health.
Okay.
We are not the experts on the application of that lighting system. We're the experts on getting the control system to work right and providing the right user experience. So we allow the designer or the researcher on the project to help define those things. And generally they choose those kind of systems where it's bluer in the morning and it fades more red in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of the research that's still happening, and we're trying to keep closely tied to that so we make sure our systems are capable.
I mean, a lot of this stuff generally does make sense and sounds right. Yeah. I think some of the proof for it actually working and doing, sort of, for example, supporting productivity. It seems like an alert employee would be a more productive employee, but we don't scientifically know that yet, do we?
That's true. There's
Right.
there's a lot of research on productivity.
Right.
There's a lot of research on actually just in general providing a user a good designed space. So there's
Right.
research that their productivity is greater when there's a good designed space.
Right.
And there's research when people have ownership over their space, so some personalization kind of things. So there's research that shows productivity gains can be made generally with design, but that's holistic. That is not just the lighting system, that's the HVAC system, that's the aesthetics of the building, and the lighting system is a big part of that.
Right, right. And how about some other functionality, IoT functionality? Are you tracking, I don't know, assets in a building or building use, that sort of thing?
Yeah. So we definitely do, space planning. So we have systems that determine how often spaces are occupied. So where people can make decisions about, do I need another conference room? Can I eliminate some space? How do I more efficiently design my buildings? We have that data as part of a really actionable user interface. So we think that is space planning and occupancy planning is one of the most important aspects of operations in a building.
Right, right. That and then, well, human-centric lighting.
And human-centric lighting, of course.
Right,
of
okay.
course.
Well, it'll be interesting to talk to you next year and then see how many of those deployments might be up and running.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay,
Great.
great. Brent Protzman, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.